Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. This is the monthly love reading for the sign of Cancer for the month of May 2019. We're going to get right into it. I just want to say thank you, first of all, to all of you who have liked and subscribed so far and commented. Thank you so much for all your views. This is a new channel for me, and it's so appreciated, all of the people who have taken time out of their day to look at my videos, especially for me being a new channel and having just a few videos up for now. But I so appreciate it. And thank you to those of you who've already reached out for private readings. I really appreciate you as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much love and blessings to you and yours. All right, so we're going to jump into it today. Romance Angel Oracle. So we're going to start off with the overall energy for the reading for the month of May for Cancer. And then we're going to do the traditional Rider-Waite for the reading and do our clarifiers with the Thoth deck, Aleister Crowley. So I've already been meditating on you for a little bit, Cancer, and shuffling the cards. So just going to do a little shuffle here. Cancers, born end of June, up to July 20th. Sign of the crab, water sign. Beautiful sign. Sign of the mother, nurturing sign. Love the Cancers. What's going on for Cancers this month? Your weekly reading was really interesting. Please go check out the weekly reads. They're also on my videos page. If you can't find them on my home page, just click the videos page and all the videos will come up. The weekly reading was so interesting for Cancer. Having to choose between different love scenarios, I remember. All right, show me what's up for Cancer this month, May 2019. Show me. Finances and career. Wow. One more. Show me. Unrequited love. Wow, interesting. And at the bottom we have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So you've got passion, but you also have finances and career, right? Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. All right? So what's going on with you, Cancers? Unrequited love. There's not enough chemistry. And finances and career. All right? So some of you are working on your career. Right? And get these back here. I'll set these up. Some of you are working on your career. Making sure you have that abundance coming in. Let me lay these down so you can see them. Right? Abundance, making sure you've got enough. All right? Now, some of you are dealing with unrequited love. That might be you or that might be somebody else in your life. Somebody else may be feeling that about you. We're going to get into it. All right? Let's go to the traditional Rider-Waite deck. Let's see what's going on. Oh, cards are already jumping. What's going on with Cancer this month? What's going on with Cancer this month? What's going on with Cancers? Finance and career. Unrequited love. Passion. Still there's passion. So some of you guys are feeling passionate about someone. Interesting. Cancer. May 2019. Give me a good clear reading for Cancers. Let's figure out what this unrequited love is. What's going on with their careers and finance. All right. Let's see. Show me. Show me what's going on for Cancer. May 2019, for their love, those who have it and want to keep it, those who are searching for it. Okay. Show me what's going on. Alright, we're going to get right into it. Let's see. Wow, out the gate. 5 of Swords. King of Swords. A lot of swords this month for people. A lot of readings have swords. The World. 2 of Swords. Wow. 3 of Swords. King of Pentacles. The Devil. 9 of Pentacles. And the Chariot. Wow. All right. And underneath we've got Ace of Pentacles. So an opportunity is coming in this month for you, Cancer. A real tangible opportunity, right? A sincere opportunity, a serious opportunity. An opportunity that could bring you abundance, all right? That's at the bottom. It's one of the energies you're working with this month, right? But wow, wow, wow. For a love reading, you have a lot of swords. What has been going on with you, Cancers? Huh? Have you been going through a rough period, my dears? Have you been going through it? Some of you are heartbroken. Some of you are really heartbroken. At the center of the reading is the 3 of Swords. Some of you are definitely heartbroken. You've come out of a situation or you're feeling heartbroken even now. I feel this month is going to be hopefully a month of healing for you. There's some nurturing energy in this read. But yeah, some of you Cancers, you've really been going through it, huh, my loves? You've been going through it. I feel like this is you for sure. There's a lesson in this, though. We're going to get to that. There was a period of miscommunication. It feels like you came out of a situation where you feel like, perhaps you feel like you haven't been understood. You feel like perhaps, people haven't they're misinterpreting your actions. This is the card, 5 of Swords is the card of, deceptive behavior, winning by, cheating, things like that. Lying, being a spoil sport, being a sore winner, being a sore loser, playing people off of each other. It's just really low vibration energy, communication, and it's dishonest. It's underhanded communication. It's meant to win by any means, and also indicative of that is that when you play this game as well, you're always looking over your shoulder as well. So then you start to become a prisoner of those actions, right? If you partake in this. Now, this could be you, or this could just be what you've been having to deal with. But obviously this is what your communication has been like lately, perhaps with the person that you've had feelings for, or that you've been involved with, your significant other. And it's just felt really kind of messed up, like somewhere everything went wrong. Perhaps somebody was playing games with you. Were you playing games, Cancer? Has somebody been playing games with you? Do you feel like somebody's been playing games with you? Right? King of Swords as well. Takes no prisoners. King of Swords is very, this is a very determined person. Right? So somebody in your life, you see them as this perhaps, or maybe this is you, Cancer. But King of Swords is like king of his castle. He cuts through. He's very direct. He's an industrious person, obviously. Lawyers, judges, people who are leaders, or King of Swords people. He rules his kingdom by strict and honest and clear direction and communication, right? So this could be somebody in your life. This could be somebody that, or this could be the energy that you really need to employ, Cancer. This is right on top of that 3 of Swords. So it seems like perhaps this is the person you've been dealing with. This can also indicate a very severe person, right? So perhaps this is the person, this is your significant other. It doesn't matter if they're male or female, but maybe they have this kind of energy, this kind of very direct energy. Direct, very blunt communication, direct communication. Sometimes can be a bit harsh, sometimes can hurt your feelings. This might be the person that you've been dealing with, right? But still, somewhere along the line, you feel like games have been played. And then the World card is right here as well, right? So you're starting to feel kind of like, perhaps you're starting to feel like you've gone through this before, right? You're seeing this picture before. This is not something new for you. The World card is usually a happy card. It indicates that you're dancing on air. But with all of these swords for a love reading, it really can indicate a lot of strife and a lot of miscommunication. It's definitely not blissful, right? Satisfactory, happiness going on, but yet the world is here. I think also it's a challenge for you to let go of kind of like your bird's eye view and to look at the bigger picture, right? I think this card is here to, to admonish you that you need to look at the bigger picture. You may have been obsessing about small details. You found yourself in a situation where you didn't know what decision to make. Should I, shouldn't I, shouldn't I? I think that this might be you trying to decide which way to go to get this love to work out, this love that broke your heart, but yet it still managed to kind of fizzle out and break, just not work out. You still have this broken heart energy at the center. So there's been situations, or there may be situations coming up even still where you're really not sure what to do. You're not sure how to act. You're not sure, should I go this way? Should I go that way? And I think that's why the World card here is as well. You need to take a step back and look at a bigger picture. Especially with these Romance Angel Oracle cards. Unrequited love, finances, and career, right? We're going to get to the finances down here. We're coming to that. But the unrequited love, I wonder if that is your partner or you. Someone is really heartbroken. And it could be that you've broken somebody's heart, Cancer. You haven't realized it. You've been on your merry way and you haven't realized it, right? But Cancers are very sensitive, What I know of Cancers, they're very sensitive, and they're usually not one to really hurt people in any kind of way. They're just not that kind of sign. They would rather, I believe, let somebody down easy. Not to say that they're not fiery. I mean, there's definitely a fiery side to Cancers, but they're just not cruel in that way. So I really feel this is you, Cancer. I feel like you're going through it a little bit right now. Again, your decision-making process is a little bit off. King of Pentacles is coming in as well. I think that maybe you're feeling a little bit, perhaps you're feeling a little bit like your finances has something to do with your love life. Like maybe you can't get this, or maybe you keep getting your heart broken because you're not situated. King of Pentacles is somebody, that's the King of Pentacles, right? So he's sitting in opulence. He has total control, total dominion. This is the self-made man, the entrepreneur, the one who owns his own businesses, the one who's worked his way up from the bottom, and he's very industrious as well, like the King of Swords, but with a different energy, Pentacles energy. So real grounded, industrious energy, in terms of building empires brick by brick by brick, that patience, that steadfast. This is earth energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, right? So I believe that this is kind of like, what you're seeking. Perhaps some of you Cancers are seeking this level. You realize this is what you need to attain. It could be that you're feeling a little bit down about your love life because you feel like you're not at that level, right? Some of you may be at that level, but I don't feel like these are the Cancers that this message resonates with, right? Many Cancers are out there that are industrious and own their own businesses and all of that sort of thing. But I think this particular reading is for the Cancers who are looking for that, right? This is kind of what they're wishing for, what they're hoping for. They're trying to work towards that. And I feel like you feel as though because you're not at the level you want to be, you can't really manifest the love you're wanting to manifest. We're going to get some clarity on this as well. The Devil card is here too. Devil card can talk about too much excess, too much partying, too many vices, drinking, drugs, smoking, whatever it is you're into, too much of it, right? It can talk about, you know, being too caught up in your ego. Sometimes the Devil card is also about creativity, right? Because it's through our carnal pleasures that some of the most creative works of art come about. However, in this reading, I think it's also a warning to step back from empty pleasures, right? That get you confused. You know, some of your energy might be getting diffused as well. I think this is a warning, because if this is where you want to be, Cancer, then you can't be out. Also, then some of you Cancers are partying too much, drinking too much, doing too much. You're splitting your energy. And Cancers are the sign of the crab. Sometimes they need to go back into their shell and recoup. Some of you Cancers may be spilling a lot of your creative energy out, pouring it out instead of focusing it, which is where you need to focus it to get what you want, which is this status in life, this higher. A higher standard of living, not having to worry about the bills, right? This is not going to resonate with all Cancers, right? This is going to resonate with a very specific set of Cancers who are kind of going through this situation. There is somebody around, Nine of Pentacles, right? I love this card. This is akin to the Queen of Discs as well. I love this. This is one of the most auspicious cards for opulence, you know, bringing in abundance, having worked for abundance. She's in the garden. She's comfortable in her surroundings. You know, they're all of her making. You know, the falcon sits on her arm. She's a master of the falcon. She's just mastered everything around her, and everything bends to her will happily, right? The garden, you know, is in abundance and grows happily under her care. Now, gardens need constant care. And that's one of the messages in this card as well, is when you want abundance, you have to constantly tend to it. You know, a beautiful garden means a gardener must tend to it every single day. And that's a lot of hard work. It doesn't just sprout out because you wanted to, or because one day you're in the garden and you work very hard, but all the other days you take off. So I always feel like this card is also a sign of nurturing yourself, but also paying attention and focusing if this is what you're wanting. If this is what you want in your life, right? Now, I believe this is representative also of someone in your life. There's a person in your life that you see like this. You see them as being very comfortable, right? Having a nice lifestyle. This could be your significant other. It doesn't matter if it's male or female, but they may be representing this type of energy for you, right? Vice versa. Here, King of Pentacles also could be representing the energy of your significant other. So it may resonate different for some of you. Some of you may be involved with more of a nurturer, and some of you may be involved with more of a dominant masculine figure. Again, it doesn't matter if they're male and female. It's about the energies, right? So I believe that this can represent some of the people that's in your lives, Cancer. You know, it can represent your significant others and also what you're seeking in a person. Right? So that makes sense as well when it comes to finances and career. You're seeking someone as well who's done well for themselves, right? And you're seeking to be someone who can provide for someone. So finances and career, lifestyle, ability to take care of yourself and your family is very important to you, Cancer. And I feel like this is also one of the reasons why you're having this heartbreak. You're wanting to move towards a better future, and you will be this month. The Chariot definitely is talking about divine intervention, movement, moving along on your destiny, right? So things are definitely going to come in this month, I think, that are going to make you question some of these, not question, but review some of these areas in your life so that you can work on them. Remember, Ace of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck, so that talks about a new opportunity coming in. Right? Definitely a new opportunity coming in, possibly on the work front. right? Possibly will give you that opportunity to raise your lifestyle, to raise your level of abundance. It could be that some of you Cancers just aren't ready for that love, you know, because you don't have, you know, you're not feeling like you have that, you know, comfortable, like, den or home ready, you know, that nest ready for someone to come in. You know, Cancers are very big family people. They like to have the home and hearth, you know. And when they're involved with somebody, they want to live with them, and they want to be close to them, and they want mom to live with, you know, very family orientated. So when you don't have that when you don't have that in your physical surroundings, it's difficult sometimes for Cancers to feel comfortable bringing in love. Give us some clarity on those swords. Five of Swords, King of Swords, the World. Alright. Help us out here with some clarity for the Cancers. Seems like they've been going through a difficult period of disagreements, broken hearts, unable to make a decision which way to go. Alright. Show us some clarity. Show me. Chariot came in out. Oh, alright. Victory. Six of Wands. Show me that Two of Swords, Three of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. What's going on with that broken heart? Who has the broken heart? Show me. Wow, okay. Show me. Clarify that. Oh. Couple cards jumped out there. Clarify that Devil. Nine of Pentacles in the Chariot for us. Show us a crystal clear message. Help us understand so we can give Cancer a clean message for May. Show me. Show me. Wheel of Fortune. Wow, Nine of Wands. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Princess of Swords. All right. Princess of Swords, cutting away at, right? She's fighting away, really cutting away or fighting off outside forces that may try to get you to be someone you're not, right? She's defending herself. She's defending her stance. So that's the earth energy of air. So she's, you know, very in a very real way defending her ideals, right? Her principles, what she stands for. She's not willing to be knocked down, right? She's willing to vocalize that, right? So Swords, talking about communication. Up here to clarify, this Five of Swords, you have the Chariot over the King of Swords. Again, the Chariot. You have the Chariot down here. So a lot of this King of Swords energy, right, coming in, it's like a victory. And then you have a victory here, which is Six of Wands over that. So I feel like some of you may have been coming out of a period where, yes, there's been a lot of deceptive communication. I feel like you're coming from that. I feel like you feel like somebody's really gotten over on you. They've really kind of tricked you. You feel a little bit like, you know, you feel tricked. You know, you feel like a little bit victimized, right, recently in your relationships with people. But you're moving forward from that. And I feel like perhaps this King of Swords energy is you, Cancer. You're willing to be a little bit more strict now. You're not going to take what you used to taking. I think you're starting to change, right? And you're moving forward to a different type of way of being with people. And you're going to see, you know, this is a change for your Chariot again. So this is like destined life-changing moments, right? So with the King of Swords, I think you're starting to realize that you should take, you know, you don't need to take all this nonsense. Excuse me, I have to take a sip of water. You don't need to take this nonsense. You feel kind of like you've been duped and you're like, no, I'm not going to handle that. I'm not taking that anymore. You're going to be more on guard. I think this clarifies that you're moving forward to change. You're moving forward to a different type of way of being. And this King of Swords is you being more on guard. And I think that you're going to come out of this feeling a little bit more like you have a better view, right? So that's what that world is. It's like you're going to get a bigger view now that you're changing the way you interact with people, because you don't want to keep allowing people to hurt you in this way, to treat you any old kind of way, and then later on you're feeling really hurt about it. And you're going to start to feel a victory in that. You're going to feel like, wow, you know, I can change. I can change the way I am, and I can have a victory in it. I don't always have to be treated like, you know, in a way where my heart is what's hurting, right? It's where I'm the brokenhearted one, right? So I feel like this is what you're coming from. This is the energy you're coming into the month with. There's been some decisions. Two of Swords is indecision, and then you have Two of Discs. So definitely you've been feeling like, you know, you're really not sure. There's a decision. You've been thinking about something and you're really not sure which way to go. This could be something to do with your home life, where you're living, you know. Maybe you're deciding to change your living status. Maybe you're living with someone and you want to move. You have roommates. You want to live on your own, or you're living on your own and you want to start to have roommates to save money. But there's some kind of change, right, that you feel like you need to make, and it has something to do with your actual physical, right, the physical lifestyle, right, your physical plane of existence. So your apartment, your job, where you live, where you stay, where you hang out. Tangible change, right? Change in residence. I feel like that's maybe something you're thinking about. Maybe a change in career as well, right? And again, this is on top of the Three of Swords. So even though you have the overall energies that you're coming from a heartbreak, and I think this heartbreak happened a while ago, but all of this is kind of the residual energy from that heartbreak, right? So you're realizing, you're feeling like, okay, part of the heartbreak is that, you know, you were a little bit people, you feel like you were played maybe perhaps for a fool, and you're changing that, right? You're not taking any more BS. You're not taking any more bullshit from people. You're going to be a little bit more mature in the way you interact with people, and less emotional, right? And more logical, right? To discern. And you're feeling a sense of victory in that. You're feeling a sense of confidence. Now, as well, with this heartbreak, also, you're realizing, you're starting to think, you know, perhaps I do need to change some things about my living or my job. And you feel like, you know, you feel like that may have played a part in this heartbreak, right? And maybe the relationship not working. Again, finances, you know, you're starting to reevaluate. This is a month of reevaluation for you, Cancers. You're really starting to think about things a little bit differently. I feel like these are for Cancers who are going through a maturing phase. Could be young Cancers or old Cancers. We all mature. You're never too young, really, never too old, really, to still mature in your behavior. But this is for Cancers who are really learning a kind of a deep lesson in love and how to interact with people. And it's like you feel like you're maturing, you're growing up a little bit. There's been a lot of futility in this relationship. Definitely a lot of like you've tried everything, nothing works. And you just don't. You know, you need to change yourself to realize, because you're at a standstill, right? When everything you know how to do doesn't work, then you have to learn new things to do. And it's time to evolve, mature, vibrate higher, close a cycle, start a new one. So I believe that's what this is talking about as well. You realize that all of what your usual ways of reacting in relationships has not been working. And it's time to change that, right? It's time to change your usual ways, because none of that has worked. And it's led to the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak. You know, heartbreak, third person energy. A lot of people say that's third person. You know, it could be that there's somebody else was involved. Doesn't really matter whatever the scenario was. It's heartbreak. It's unrequited love, right? Whether the other person was involved or just, you know, didn't feel the same way, it's unrequited love. And still you realize that you must change, because your usual tactics, none of those worked, and you can't keep beating your head up against the wall and doing that when you're in love with somebody, right? So you feel like you want to move on. You want some of this, right? This could also be somebody in your life coming in to help you out, right? Make some of these decisions. But I feel like this is something you're trying to attain. It could also, this, like, again, this could also represent your partner, right? The type of person that you were in love with, or that you are in love with, or the type of person you're trying to draw towards you. So again, you're realizing that you need to make a physical change if you want to bring somebody of this, like, caliber, quote unquote, or whatever, but somebody who's, like, successful and all of these type of things. You know, if your esteem level is not high enough, you don't feel like you can compete, you know, obviously you're not going to feel confident that you can bring this type of person in. That could also be part of it. You know, that could be part of the issues with some of you Cancers, that you realize you need to change, right? You need to change your way of communicating. You need to raise your social level, social status level, to bring in that love you're seeking, to bring in that kind of committed, stable love from someone who is also successful and stable. Wheel of Fortune is down here. The wheel is turning, the Devil card. So definitely the wheel is telling you this is an opportunity to give up vices, to give up other things that you're used to normally doing. This is a big chance now to jump on the train, right? A lot of times they say, you know, addictions are interesting. You know, addictions, quitting any kind of addiction, it's like this story, right? It's like getting on a train, right? But you're standing on the platform and you're waiting for this train to come. But the train, you don't know when the train's going to come. You don't know how long it's going to be on the platform to let people on. And you don't know how long it's going to be until the next train comes. And that's what quitting an addiction is like. You know, you keep waiting for that train that comes, that's there long enough for you to get on, that will help you out of that addiction. And trains come and go, you know, and you miss them. You know, your opportunity is gone. You know, you're still on the platform. You're still on that platform, which is your addiction, right? But at one point, if you keep waiting, trying, well, not just waiting and not doing anything, but if you keep trying to catch the train, eventually a train comes along. That's the perfect train. It comes along. It waits long enough for you. You have everything ready to get on the train, and you get on the train before the door closes and the train takes you off, and you're on the road to recovery. And that's always the story that, you know, that's the story I use when I talk about addiction and explaining what it's like to come out of addiction for a lot of people. Right? So the wheel is turning. The Devil talks about addiction. It can be some of your addictions or what have been stopping you from progressing forward with your career and your profession and increasing your abundance. And so now there's an opportunity. The wheel is turning. The train is coming now, which you can get on to kind of come out of this cycle. It's a divine intervention, and it's coming. Knight of Wands talks about also inspiration coming in. There's changes coming in, and here's the Chariot, and also the Chariot was clarified up here. So there's changes coming in for you this month, Cancer, where you can really take the opportunity to evolve yourself, to raise your game, your entire game, for the sake of welcoming in a true and honest love, so that you don't have to have this heartbreak, right? And part of this month is a lot of self-reflection, how you deal with people, interact with people. Or do you allow yourself to be victimized? And how do you come out of that? Being harsh, not harsher, but stronger, holding people accountable instead of letting them go, giving them passes, holding them accountable so that you're not the one who's hurt later, you know. Making decisions in your professional and your career life to elevate you so that you're at a level where you can start to bring in the type of love that you want. And taking opportunities this month to cleanse yourself as well. Any of addictions or any type of vices or things that you're doing, you know, behaviors and things you're doing that are holding you back. Right? So this is a huge month of self-reflection, right? Self-reflection is, you know, there are people around. I believe there's some people around with nurturing energy that can help you, right? A lot of it is soul searching, pressing forward. A lot of it is being conscious, being aware, making a choice to leave certain behaviors behind, opening your eyes and looking for good opportunities to do hard things, like leave your addictions behind, or leave addictive ways behind. And then when I say addictions, that could be anything. You can be addicted to going to the same nightclub every night, right? But looking, if you know that whatever it is you're addicted to or you're doing on a regular basis and it's really stalling you from getting where you want to be in life, look for those, definitely this month in May, look for those opportunities that come along that will help you get out of those cycles. And bring in some of that nurturing love that also leads to abundance. There may be some people in your lives that can help you with that. All right, so this is a deep reading for you, Cancers. This is a month of self-reflection and growth. A huge month of self-reflection and growth. And I feel like you're really just over this heartbreak as well. It's not like you're lamenting in it. I feel like more like you were hurt, and now really what's most important to you is this whole reevaluation of your life and where you're heading, so that you can get to the next stage, right? And be more in control of your love life and the people, you know, and attracting, you know, more in control of that law of attraction, you know, being happy and bringing in the right people, right? But that control of your life, you know, that confidence, and working towards where you want to be in life, that gives you that confidence as well, right? I think that's definitely what you guys are going through. A big self-transformation, a lot of work going on, a lot of shadow work for you guys this month. It's excellent. It's really excellent. It's really good. You can do it. It will get you to a higher level. Passion is at the bottom of the deck. So remember, passion in all things, even in self-reflection. When there's passion, more passion will come into your life. All right. Remember to check out my mid-monthly readings as well for you Cancers. They'll be coming out on the 10th. Wow. Perhaps it's time for some of you crabs to go back in your shell and do some of that wonderful soul regeneration that you Cancers are able to do, and you come out of your shells just gleaming and bright and transformed. And I think this month is the month for that. So if any of this resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share. Comment down below. Leave me questions. It helps my channel grow, and I do answer all comments and questions. Thank you so much. Thank you. If you want to get a private reading, all the information is down below as well. And for now, I'm just going to say to all of you lovely Cancers and watchers, bye-bye.